Hey everyone, I hope you won't hate me for this one, but I thought I'd make a type of video that I see quite often. It's the one about buying an older digital camera. Can you believe it? A camera that's not new. I don't know how I managed, but these accompanying photos were all taken on cameras released at least 6 years ago. Were people even making digital cameras 6 years ago? It seems so. So I see these reviews quite a lot, and I always find them curious. The titles read something like, "Using the original Fuji X100 in the year 2017, is it possible? Is the Nikon D750 still a camera in 2019? 5 reasons to buy the Fuji X-Pro3 in 2035. Every combination is or will be out there eventually." I'll begin. Right, so you're thinking about buying a camera that was released in the past, possibly several years ago, God forbid, and now you're wondering if it's really a good idea. Well, let's look at things. It has certainly been an exciting year. Nikon, Canon, Sony, and even Fujifilm have all released new cameras, and I see there are rumors of even newer cameras being released next year. But what about that old camera you've got your eye on? Let's get to that. So here's the bottom line that I know you know perfectly well. That camera does and doesn't do all of the things it did and didn't do the day it was released. Well, I guess sometimes firmware updates can refresh cameras, but that really doesn't go on forever. Here's one thing I recommend if you're thinking about buying an older camera. Watch reviews of the camera on YouTube that were made when it was released. It's really quite fun. It's kind of like going back in time. Check the Camera Store TV's excitement as they describe the upcoming Fuji X-Pro1 or XE1. There's even one video where Chris Nichols is hiding in a cupboard with the camera because the release was so secret at the time. And maybe he makes a comment about it being great but not very affordable. Well, guess what? That's the bit you don't have to worry about anymore. Go ahead and buy that same camera today for a lot less money. It's the same damn camera. It's the same camera reviewers had to sign non-disclosure agreements about and deny knowing anything about for months. It's the same camera there was once a waiting list to buy. It's the same camera people were dreaming and speculating about before its design had even been completed. Time passes, technology does improve, but old cameras keep on taking pictures. Surely there was a point in sensor development where they just got good enough for most situations. In fact, if you're a Fuji fan, a lot of people lament the loss of the sensor in the original X100. It had something special to them, and it's probably now a quarter of the price of the latest X100 model. You know, I sometimes dream of having a digital Fuji medium format camera. If you're watching this video about 4 or 5 years after I released it, congratulate me, I probably just bought one for a fraction of the price they are now. Something better and more expensive will be on the shelves. You can guarantee that. It's what companies do. It's their one job. As a side note, and this is definitely a note to myself too, if you enjoy following the latest camera news, that's perfectly fine. I love it too, it's great fun. But let's think of it as a separate hobby to photography. What do I like to do in my spare time? I love cameras. I love going out to my favorite Indian restaurants. Oh, and I enjoy photography too. 3 separate things. Loving the art and craft of photography without caring about the newest gear is entirely possible and healthy. You might think no one would be in love with the gear, but not so bothered about photography itself, but you'd really be surprised. The pictures in this collection were all taken on my Nikon D700, D90, the Fuji X100 and X100S. Try taking a picture of Leonard Cohen or Stephen Hawking with the very latest fancy camera. You just can't do it. Thanks for watching everyone. Feel free to subscribe for more photography videos soon. Thanks again.